I was listening to Jay-Z's new album, and a verse really stood out on one of the songs. It pertained to the greatest form of giving is anonymous to anonymous. I sat and I thought about that, and I said, wow, if you give anonymously to an anonymous person, there's no way that your motivation or your intent isn't right. You're only trying to help and be a part of the purpose. Now let's transition to our guest today. Not only is she a pillar in the community, a rising star, but she's a blessing to me as well as everyone else. Please welcome Tyema Sanchez to the Marc Baxter Show, where empowerment is unlimited. Tyema Sanchez, it's a pleasure. Welcome to the Marc Baxter Show.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Well, we'll jump right into it. Tell everyone, what do you do for a living?
I am the founder of a women's social club called Girl Team, and at the present time we have 625 women in our organization. And what we do is we empower each other just to understand that we're not each other competition. We shouldn't feel threatened by each other, because at the end of the day, we all have the same issues. I might just be able to address it a little better than the next person.
Discuss some of the issues that you guys are facing.
Loving ourselves, baby daddy issues, financial issues, people coming out of divorces, pretty much just, and also with social media, you see when you're in these different groups that women have these cat fights because they're trying to get the attention of other men.
Got you.
And once, not saying that we don't love men, but once you take men out of the equation, we're able to support each other. We're able to hang out, have fun, and encourage each other. So that was like the main thing of starting a group, because of other things that I've seen in other platforms.
That's really exciting. So is it exclusively for females only?
Yes.
Okay, and that's great, and I hear that the reason is because sometimes when you exclude men, you get the best out of the females, and they actually have schools now that are, same gender schools and things for that very reason. So it is very effective in society.
Now you still need the balance, so we do have events where we allow men to come in, but the platform for us to be able to talk and let our hair down and share things is just for women. Just for women, okay. So from that, we started a nonprofit called the Pink Soldiers Foundation, and what that is women from Grotini that volunteer their services in the community. Okay. So either we volunteer our time, or we bring awareness to an organization that's already established. Okay, that's interesting. So you're definitely being a part of the solution. Yes. You're helping to empower others and create an opportunity. Mm-hmm. Me personally, I do the same thing in different genres. I find difficulties with balancing my help. For instance, sometimes people want help and I know I shouldn't or couldn't give it to them, but I'm drawn because I still want to help. Mm-hmm. Do you run into feeling obligated at times to help people? And if so, why? I'm a giver by nature, so it's just second hand for me to give to people. What I've realized from having a group is people do want to help. Mm-hmm. People don't have the time, they don't have the resources, but once you create that platform, it's easier for them to come out. If they just know I have to be here and I just have to do this, they're going to do it. But for me, I get happiness out of it. So even when I'm tired, to be able to come somewhere and know that 80 people came out because I asked them to, it's a blessing. Wow, that's pretty fulfilling. So you get happiness out of helping others? Yes. Okay, so is it just the aspect of other people coming out to support you, like, oh my God, you're coming out to support me? Or is it being able to take people beyond their threshold that they normally thought they would be able to go to? Or what part do you get the most happiness from? Seeing the people that receive, how happy they are. Because a lot of people, they don't think that people want to help them, or they think that they are lost, or they just can't do. So when they see people come together that don't even know them and help financially or just by giving or just giving their time, it's gratification. And it brings people together, people that don't have with people that do have.
That's a lot, and it's very commendable. We need more people like you in our communities. I see why you get the press and people admire you the way they do. Now, you know, I prescribe to the theory that the same things that make you laugh also make you cry, meaning that some of the same people and things that you get the most joy and happiness from are the same people and things that get you the most disappointment as well. So have you ever considered quitting or thought about it throughout your journey with helping others?
Not so much with helping others, because like I said, it's second nature. I'm a strong believer that you receive blessings for everything that you do. So
Me also.
I don't worry about that part of it. But within my life, yes, I had times where I just, you know, I didn't want to be a mom anymore. I didn't want to work. You go through that in life.
Absolutely. And I think it's important that the audience hear that someone like you actually experienced those same emotions and those same feelings, because when you emerge to be a role model and a leader, then people tend to follow, and they kind of elicit the same feelings that you feel and things, and you kind of co-sign that things are okay. So if they hear that you have discouraging feelings or feelings,
we're all human.
We're all human, and that's what I want to portray on the Marc Baxter Show. We're all human. Okay, now, is it possible to turn adversity into success?
Oh, most definitely. I think majority of people that hold on to their past is because they need to be that victim. Because when you're a victim, you get that attention. Our past shouldn't determine our future. When you allow it to determine your future, you're always sad, or you're always miserable, or you're always blaming someone. You should learn from your past, especially if someone did something to you.
Right.
It's not on you. That's that person's issue.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that person would have gone and moved on with their life, and you're still harboring those feelings. Yeah, not even experiencing life. I agree wholeheartedly. I agree. Now, along with success comes failures, or things that we don't do so well. Tell us your biggest regret thus far.
Being my worst enemy. I think I beat myself up more than other people do.
Overly critical?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm always in my mind saying, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. I don't show it, but I'm starting to realize I need to start saying I can instead of I can't.
Right.
Because when you continue to say I can't, your words are empowering. So if you keep putting that out into the universe, you're going to start to believe it. So I'm starting to say to myself more, I can do this, I can do that.
Okay, that's great. Now, you mentioned Girl Teeny earlier, Pink Soldiers, things of that sort. I also read something that said that you were like one of the emerging like 100 leaders or women in the city or something. So take a moment, and again, the Marc Baxter Show is giving you permission to be prideful and arrogant. You know, I'm giving you permission because people need to know these things. Talk a little about your accolades. What actually was that? Would you were recognized as one of the 100 most influential women in the city or something?
I helped with the Women for Obama campaign. Okay. So I was the event coordinator for the event, and we helped a lot of the ladies from Girl Teeny volunteer their time for the campaigns. To come out and just tell people not so much just about President Obama, but that it was important to vote. Right. That if we want change, we have to be that change. And a lot of people don't understand that. They want to complain about our, elected officials. We got to stop thinking about them, because if they have failed us, there's nothing we can do. We have to start making the changes that we want to see in our community. And one of those ways is by voting. Absolutely.
So talk more about it. Tell us. It's all right. I know you're a very humble person. We want to hear the accolades. We want to hear it's okay. We know it's not coming from a boisterous place. You know.
I guess it's just that I just do a lot in the community, and I don't. Well, not even so much the community, but for people in general. I know a lot of people in the city, and over the years, I have done a lot for people and haven't asked for anything in return. So people, they remember those things. And then when they see that you're at the point that you want to shine now, when you help them shine, they don't have a problem helping you. But you can't really brag about something that you enjoy doing. I enjoy helping the community. You know, my daughter, she's my motivation. She's a product of me.
Right.
So if I'm not doing right, she's not going to do right. And she enjoys it. She tells everybody, I'm a pink soldier. You know, my mom, she has this group called Girl Teeny. So to hear her talk about it, and we really don't have conversations because I want her to see everything by my actions, it brings pride to me to know that at 7, she's taking everything in.
That's amazing. So you're reproducing after your kind.
Yes.
You're keeping the legacy going. That's very important. It's one thing to start something and to be passionate about something, but it's another thing to have longevity and to leave a deposit when you're here as well as after you're gone. So that's amazing. Okay, so we heard about your biggest regret thus far. You know, you're your worst critic, and I think a lot of successful people or people in leadership positions have some of the same issues. But talk about your greatest success to date.
This might sound kind of strange to say, but I think my greatest success is me. A lot of times people will put so much attention on what you did in the past, who you were, that they don't even applaud who you are today. So if you don't become your biggest fan, you will be stuck in how other people view you, because they want to always think about the bad that you did. And they never want to give recognition to the good that you're doing.
Right, because everyone wants to feel superior, and the best way for someone to feel superior is lower their self-esteem, because ultimately it boosts mine. So that's unfortunately a common theme in society. But I just want to ask a question, dive into that a little more. When you say you are your greatest accomplishment thus far, now correct me if I'm wrong, are you saying that what you've overcome and what you're developing into today is a testament of your strength, and because of that you really admire who you are today? Or talk a little about
it's a testament of my strength, but it's also a testament of my growth. To think back 3 years ago, you know, the things that I was allowing to waste my time with, the people that I was surrounding myself around, the drama that I allowed myself to be a part of, it took someone to pull me out of it and remind me, this isn't you. Like, they really had to show me pictures of stuff that I did in the past. Like, you need to get back focused.
Right.
So once I was able to do that, and now when I think about everything, it doesn't matter to me if people say I changed. If people say, oh, she doesn't want to do this and she doesn't want to do that. Because every day I wake up happy. And when I go to sleep, I'm happy with everything that I did that day. So I'm fine.
Right. You found a place of peace and serenity within yourself, which most people never get to in a lifetime. So congratulations on that. Okay, I'm gonna throw some words out. Tell me what comes to mind.
Okay.
Desire.
To continue to make people happy and support some in any type of way that I can.
Motivation.
My children.
Purpose.
I'm not a real spiritual person, but I have a relationship with God. So I know that the work that I'm doing is what He wants me to do. So I just have to continue to do it.
That's excellent. Now, you made mention earlier that your daughter was your motivation. Give us 2 other people or things that motivate you most in life.
It wouldn't be 2, but it's definitely a group of women, which would be my grandmother, my mother, and my aunts. They taught us a lot growing up. They taught us how to respect ourselves, how to love ourselves, how to love everyone in our family. And to be able to know that they smile when they see the things that I do now is a great feeling. To know my grandmother, growing up, she volunteers her time. She still, attend the block meetings to make sure the community is okay. So I want her to know, even when she's ready to give it up, that she knows that she has passed the torch on to someone that could continue to make sure that our communities are just intact and being empowered in some type of way. So they definitely are my motivation and just my rocks.
That's great. So the women that have paved the way before you, your mother, your grandmother, people like that are extreme motivations for you, and that's great. So am I hearing now that you're actually, taking it to another level of, kind of the legacy that your grandmother and your mother has started with helping and being encouraging to others? Are you kind of taking that, but taking it to another level?
No, I'm not there yet.
You're not there yet. Do you aspire to?
Yes, I'm on my grandmother's hill.
Okay.
So, I think in a couple more years we'll both be able to sit down and compare notes of the things that she has done in the community and the things that I'm doing.
But I think what's so exciting about hearing you talk is that not only have you accomplished so much and that you're doing so much, and nothing that you're doing is really geared toward benefiting you, but I think it's so great that you still have other goals and other plateaus that you want to reach, which is amazing, and it shows a lot about your character, that you're not going to get complacent and you're not going to just settle for mediocrity, but yet you're trying to totally maximize your potential. And that's
we should definitely be the ones that motivate ourselves to the next level. No one else, because when we do it for other people, we're not happy at the end, or sometimes we just stop. But when we set those goals for ourselves and you wake up and realize, you look at your list and you're like, oh, I did this, I did that, you're happy. And
you build on it. Yeah, absolutely. Now, moving forward in life, what's next for Tyema?
To continue with the nonprofit, of course we're known in Philadelphia, but it's other people that need help. So it definitely will not stop in Philadelphia. The one thing about volunteering, it doesn't take a lot. So we can volunteer anywhere. So my ultimate goal is for us to be a household name, and just Philadelphia, but everywhere, that people know if they need help with something, as easy as just getting the word out, that they can call on us and we'll be there to help in some type of way.
That's great. School here in Philadelphia starts in about a week or so. I think the 9th, September 9th. Did Girl Teeny or Pink Soldiers, did you contribute anything or have any events exclusive for school students?
We didn't, but one of the ladies in our group, we allowed her to promote her back to school drive. Okay. And we supported that. So,
that's excellent. So you provided, books,
book bags and supplies and stuff for people that's going back to school.
How did I know that? It's just what you do.
Sometimes you can't do everything, but you shouldn't stop people that are doing. So I think that's the problem with people. They don't realize we have hundreds of thousands of people that need help. I can't do it all by myself.
Right.
But why would I stop someone else that can? So if I have a platform, why would I not let them use that platform to reach people, to be able to help people? But people don't get that. But it's fine.
Yeah, if more people thought like you, we wouldn't be holding each other back as much. We wouldn't have the crabs in the barrel mentality. More people aspire to that mentality, and I appreciate you for sharing that. And in conclusion, when it's all said and done for Tyema, what is your legacy at the end?
Wow. I hope that I have created a strong enough platform that if my daughter decided that she wanted to continue what I started, that it would be strong enough for her to take it to the next level. She's 7, so she only has 11 years. 18, I can pass the torch. But we are looking into having a youth committee. So we definitely want to get the young people more involved. I think older people, I'm not old, but people older than me.
You're far from that. If you're old, then I'm historic. Like
they're kind of set in their ways, and they don't realize that sometimes our children know what's best for them. And if we don't start listening to them, we're going to lose them more than we already have. So I want to be able to give them that platform to let us know as adults what they feel as though they need in the community to be able to survive and be empowered and feel love by even a stranger.
That's pretty amazing. It was such a pleasure to have you on the show. And we thank you for your time.
Thank you.
In closing, I just want to leave you with 3 key points. First being, try to demonstrate the love and respect that you desire to be demonstrated to you. Second, be courageous enough to develop yourself in such a way that you're the best you that you can be. And afterwards, be open to allow your gifts to be used to help others. That's the greatest way to bring blessings to your life. And finally, there's a lot of things in the media going on. 2 in particular. You have Trayvon Martin, very controversial. And then presently, whether or not we can get authorization to bomb Syria for using chemical weapons. Now, everyone that I've spoken to, all of the media resources, all my friends, everyone has an opinion on all of these topics, but few have solutions. So my third point to you is to become the change that you want to see. If you're not able to do that, attach yourself to someone else or an organization that's being proactive and becoming the change that you want to see. Be good, be loved, be safe, and more important, be yourself, because you're the only one that can do that. Until next time, be easy. Marc Baxter.